Hello and welcome back to Tidbit of Torah. This week in the Shulman Bank Your Home, we started a star chart for my youngest daughter in order to help positively reinforce certain behaviors that we want to see in her, like sleeping in her bed all night or eating a healthy dinner, and also to dissuade her from other behaviors like hitting her sister or refusing to brush her hair, which don't exactly set her up for success. And she loves it, I have to tell you. Just putting those little stickers on the chart and in anticipation of a reward that she'll get, a prize, it's such a positive system for her. And the truth is, we do this kind of accounting all the time in our lives in different way. And even in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Pekudei, the last Torah portion in the book of Exodus, we find a sense of holy accounting. Our Torah portion begins, Ela Pekudei HaMishkan, Mishkan HaYidut, Asher Pukad, Al Pi Moshe, Avodat Levi'im, B'yad Itamar, Ben Aaron HaKohen. These are the Pekudei, the records, accounts, or remembrances of the tabernacle of the pact, which were drawn up at Moses' bidding or Moses' accounting, the work of the Levites under the direction of Itamar, son of Aaron the priest. We see several times in just this pasuk, just this verse, as well as the name of the Torah portion, Pekudei, this verb pakad, which means to take account of. It also means to remember or to visit, as we saw much earlier in the Torah in the book of Genesis, when God visits Sarah and allows her to get pregnant with Isaac. And we actually preserve that moment in our liturgy when we add the imahot, the matriarchs, and we said ufoked Sarah, when God visited Sarah. So this verb pakad is this beautiful verb that's about encounters, but also accounting, a way of showing up in the world and in relationship in our lives that is a way of valuing time, relationships, and resources. There are several times throughout the year in the Jewish calendar and in the secular calendar in which we have an opportunity to take an accounting of our lives and our resources. For many people right now, on a secular level, they're taking an accounting of their income and in preparation for the tax deadline in April. At the same time, though, on a spiritual level, we're doing a spiritual accounting of taking account of our chametz in our home, that which is leavened, overinflated, in preparation for moving from that which enslaves us to that which is a source of freedom, just as the Israelites moved from Mitzrayim, from the narrow place of Egypt, to a wider place of freedom. And so we do that both secular and spiritual accounting in many ways at the same time, but in different dimensions, in preparation to sit around the Passover Seder and to do an experiential meditation on how do we create more freedom in our lives? How do we free up more time and space to be able to be the people living the values out that we want? Of course, there's other times of spiritual accounting around the year. One comes right before the high holidays in Rosh Hashanah, in which we take an accounting of our actions. What are the actions that are serving us, and where have we missed the mark? What are the actions that we want to change, that we need to change in the coming year? And at other times, there's moments in our lives, whether it's a breakdown or a source of loss or grief, that spurs us to take another accounting. Maybe we lost a job, maybe we lost a loved one, or maybe something just broke down and it caused us to kind of think, wait a minute, what's not right here? I want to shift how I prioritize certain aspects of my life. This Monday, I had one of those breakdown moments when I was backing my car out to drive both my kids to school. And my little one was hitting her older sister, and I turned the car while I was also trying to de-escalate and calm down the girls in the back, and I scraped the side of the garage and hurt my car. And after that moment of being able to get everything in control and calming everybody down, I asked myself a question of like, whoa, what needs to shift here? This isn't quite working. And in reaction to that moment, I decided to start this star chart with my 3-year-old to help positively reinforce the behaviors and also dissuade her from things like hitting her sister. So far, so good, as long as we stay with it. The truth is, anytime we do this kind of witnessing of how we spend our time and our resources, it can be a helpful exercise. I wonder if you've ever had an opportunity to count the hours you spend on your schedule with different activities. If you haven't, I invite you to do so. It's actually quite fascinating and surprising to see that we actually spend more time on certain activities than we might have expected and less on others, raising this question of how do we want to prioritize and value our time. Just as a budget is a statement of valuing of certain priorities and resources, or a star chart is a value of certain actions or behaviors, so too there are so many opportunities in our lives to take a sort of a holy accounting. And so I invite us all to be spiritual CPAs at this season as we prepare for Passover. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom and a happy holy accounting.